Subject E, diagnosis complete. Begin recording. My name is Whitley. I'm a researcher at Adams Air Force Base. Until recently, I was in charge of the Duraframe reinforcement project for the combat model Eyebots. Eyebot Duraframe Subject E is both the prototype and the last functional model in this test group. I was prepared to make several significant upgrades to the machines. However, as the project was cancelled and all Duraframe assets are being diverted to Hellfire armor, I'm sending this model to the Navarro outpost. If you're listening to this log from one of our Enclave outposts in Chicago, give this unit whatever repairs it needs so it can continue to Navarro. Download complete. Begin recording. Navarro Outpost Scientists, I am glad that EDE has reached you. You will find several databanks of information on this machine. Please handle this information with the utmost care as it represents the sum total of the results of my research on the Duraframe Eyebots. There are also several databanks with information on my research into Poseidon Energy and some projects they were working on in the Mojave area.
Welcome back to Fallout Tale of Two Wastelands. You might have remembered in the last part, EDE was acting very strangely. He was following me into areas he shouldn't have been able to, and sometimes when I'd give him commands to wait or follow, he wouldn't make any confirmatory sound. Hey. Yes, hello everybody. We're back in the old Mormon fort. I've been following around this doctor for a reason. I used some console commands to bring her into existence. Ah, too many voices. Get away. Anyways, I used a console command to spawn her into the old Mormon fort. Usually she only appears once you get the 2 audio logs that I just played that talked about Wheatley and how he was working with the Eyebots to try and upgrade them into Duraframe combat models that would have enhanced armor along with their blasters. And then after you get those, you find out that they used the Duraframes to make the Hellfire armor, which we ran into in the capital Wasteland, since Wheatley himself said he was stationed at the Adams Air Force Base, which we destroyed at the end of Broken Steel. And once you have enough of the trigger keywords, which are stuff related to the Enclave, things like vertibirds, plasma rifles, and like scientific projects like Poseidon Energy and Archimedes and the like, the trigger will appear and it will download the information, and he'll be believing that EDE has arrived at Navarro. Then after you get that, you'll be contacted by one of 2 people. One of them is the Brotherhood of Steel Knight Lorenzo that we met before in the Hidden Valley bunker, and the other is this woman, April Martimer. She wants EDE because she wants to get the information on Poseidon Energy off of it, which will allow them to create more solar energy. Whereas the Brotherhood of Steel want to mass-produce EDE and make an army of Duraframe Eyebots. And a robot army just sounds like a terrible idea, so we're going to talk to Dr. Martimer here.
Thank you for coming. Let's talk about that robot.
What would you like it for?
I've heard through our channels that it has some research that may be related to Enclave and Poseidon Energy technology. I'd like to get what I can from it and use that data for the good of humanity. All of humanity, unlike the Brotherhood.
Well, an army of robots wouldn't be very good for humanity. I agree with you there. So what are you going to do with it?
First, I'm going to pull off whatever log data I can. Then I'll use some of the tech around here to upgrade its weapons systems. Shouldn't be more than a few days' work.
Sounds good. Alright, you can take EDE for a little while.
Thank you. I'll get it back to you as soon as I can with the upgraded weapon systems.
And you see here, I lost EDE's Enhanced Sensors perk. That's because EDE will leave my company and will technically not be found anywhere, since April will be here at the old Mormon fort doing the things she said she wanted to do. I have to advance the main quest down a specific point to get Arcade Gannon to give me his quest. So for now, what we'll do is we'll go get the last available snow globe in the Mojave Wasteland. I think while I'm in this area, I might as well find the follower's safe house. There's a doctor in here, Dr. Luria. Why are you here?
I like to check up on things from time to time. I can't let this place fall apart now, can I? Since you're here, I can offer you some medical supplies. I can't give you everything I have, but I can give you a few things.
Sounds good. I could use some stims.
I can give you stims or radiation supplies. Which would you prefer?
I'll take some regular stims.
Here you go.
There we go. I get 3 stim packs. It looks like she was on her way out. Edie, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be with April Mortimer. Unbelievable. You're not even my companion right now. What the heck's going on, Arcade? I think you were right about that robot all along. I thought I came up to this area before, but I guess not. I haven't discovered the Ruby Hill mine, since there's a unique weapon that I might be interested in there. So, on our way up, we'll go and get it. Here we are. We want to go in the Ruby Hill mine, since this is where the weapon is. Yes, EDE, go back to... Unbelievable. Thought I told you to get out of here. You are really starting to make me mad, robot. Get out. As you can see, my robot is still clearly malfunctioning. He's supposed to be with April Mortimer getting upgrades. There you go, Lake Lurk. Have a plasma grenade. That got him. That got him too. Good work, Arcade. Alright, enough of this sneaking around. Where are you, Lake Lurks? I'm gonna blow you away with this laser gun. What's going on here? Oh, that's funny. Tried to switch to Gehenna, but I think what happened was... Yeah, it was taken off me when I went in the casino, so it wasn't on my hotbar. There we go. Now it is. That's right. Let's go. Any more? There we go, now they're all toast. Anyways, the reason I came down here is there's this dead Jackal gang member to loot. And when you loot her, you'll find that one of the things she has on her is the key to Ruby Hill, but also this. It's called Pushy. You can see it has a DPS of 139. This is a unique displacer glove. 132 and 139 compared to Love and Hate's 92 and 127. It looks like this. I've put on my winterized power armor because we're going to try out Pushy on some worthy targets. There they are up ahead. You might remember these guys. It's the DWK clan. Killer 76 took them out with his sniper rifle, which was an anti-material rifle with a silence scope. But I've got Arcade Ganon with me. Down you go. I think she's already dead. Yeah, you guys can't hurt me. Check this out. Yeah, that's poison Pushy. Also gonna eat this gecko steak that I've got. Down he goes. That'll be enough of your missile launcher. No, but your boss has. See if I can send him flying with an uppercut. There he goes. Woo! Outstanding. One neat thing about this area coming up ahead is that there's lots of Xander roots laying around, so if you found rock flowers that have been collecting them, and your science skill's high enough, you can make them into stim packs. I gathered up a bunch of Xander roots running around. I got 10 of them now. And I found a workbench in this area, which is a bunker into a silver peak mine. And from here, I can make 10 stim packs. It's pretty good. Arcade, I want you to wait here.
Oh, I'll be here.
I came down into the Ruby Peak mine because there is a particular enemy down here that I want to take down. I just have to find it. And I'm going to leave Arcade here because if he sees it, he'll start shooting it immediately with the Spurtle Wood, and I might not kill it. And if he kills it, I won't get the challenge for it. Let's cleanse their flame. As you can see, there's some Cazadors in here. Hello. Any more? Gonna jump me? Yep. Bring it on. I know you're over there. Oh, I took out your wing, didn't I? A lot harder to sting me when you can't fly. Not only is there something in this mine that I want to kill, but there's also an item in here that I want to give to Arcade Gannon. I think it'll help him out. Hello. Not this gun. This'll work. Yeah, the enemy I'm trying to kill will spawn once I reach the item in particular. In fact, I think that's it right there. Get up my detonator. See if I blow him up. Where's it going? Hey! Don't go that way. Here it is, the legendary Cazador. Nice to see you. And that's the second legendary creature down. You might remember I already killed the legendary Deathclaw. Now the legendary Cazador is down. The other reason we came in here, aside from the legendary Cazador, is next to this skeleton is a Remnant's power helmet. I'm going to pick that up and I'm going to give it to Arcade Gannon to wear instead of the T-45D power helmet that he's wearing now. Now that we've come out into the light, I can show off what the Remnant's power helmet looks like on Arcade Gannon here. If you notice, it matches with the Remnant's Tesla armor that I killed I-no-scoped JFK for and put it on him to wear. That's because the Tesla armor also belongs to the Remnants. But the Remnants of what exactly? There's a logo on the armor. Looks like the Enclave symbol. But this doesn't look like the same kind of Enclave armor that I ran into in the capital Wasteland. Wonder what it could be. The guys up ahead kind of look like super mutants. So it's a town of super mutants, it looks like.
Welcome to Jacobstown, human. You're free to walk around. Just don't stare at the Nightkin. They don't like people looking at them. And if you're NCR, keep it to yourself. They're not popular around here.
Why do some of the super mutants here dislike the NCR?
A lot of bad blood between super mutants and humans. Goes back years. Some here still got the scars and memories. Me? I don't really have a problem with the NCR. Set their sights a little too high sometimes, but they try. Legion? That's another story.
What do you know about the Legion?
Caesar thinks he can change human nature. Most of the Legion is following Caesar, not Caesar's ideals. When he's gone, it'll crumble. Might not happen overnight. Might take a few decades, but it'll happen. Basic human nature. Greed, ambition, jealousy. We'll see to it.
What do you think makes the NCR too ambitious?
They expand. Fast. If you got land they want, they'll take it. Eventually. Did it out west, they'll do it here. They keep rolling over people. They'll regret it. That's how revolutions start.
Anything else you can tell me about the NCR?
Seen them grow from a single town, Shady Sands, into the Republic. They've done good for the most part.
If you didn't know the answer to the quiz in Freeside, Marcus just drops a big hint as to where the original capital of the NCR is with that line right there. Do you have any dealings with New Vegas?
Not really. Heard it's a paradise in the Wasteland. Never been there myself. Doubt they'd let a mutant in. Amazes me people would come from all over the waste to throw away everything they've got in that town.
Let's talk about something else, Marcus.
All right.
What's wrong with the Nightkin, anyway?
Nightkin suffers schizophrenia from the stealth boys they're always using. One of the reasons I settled Jacobstown was so they could be cured. While they're in town, the Nightkin aren't allowed to have stealth boys, so their craziness doesn't get worse. Trouble is, the Nightkin don't like being visible either. They don't take being exposed too well.
I see. I talked to Neil. He told me about Jacobstown.
A lot of the mutants here found out about Jacobstown because of Neil. Our isolation works against us sometimes.
Let's ask him if there's any town rules I should be aware of.
Same as any civilized town. Don't start any fights or steal anything. We'll treat you fair. Not a lot to ask.
Sounds reasonable to me. Any other questions I can ask him?
Such as?
Well, let's see. What's the history of this place?
Was a resort pre-war. I renamed it to Jacobstown after an old friend. Died a long time ago. I figured us mutants needed a place to call our own. Town's far enough away from humans so they don't bother us much. One of these days I'm hoping we can trade with the rest of the Wasteland. No more fighting, just get along.
That'd be nice. How does this town support itself?
Bighorners. Good eating. And we can trade the hides. Got a lot of wild ones around here, so it's easy to restock the herd.
Sounds good. I'd like to know more about you.
Was part of a super mutant army. Ran a town, walked the wasteland with the tribal. Now I'm here.
Super Mutant Army. I'm guessing you mean the Master from Fallout 1.
Long story, so here's the short version. The Master created the super mutants and Nightkin. The Master thought he could unify everyone. No more differences, no more war. Didn't end well.
It ended with the cathedral that he was stationed in getting blown up by the Vault Dweller. You were a mayor, huh?
Town was Broken Hills. Bunch of super mutants, humans, and ghouls all living together peacefully. Well, most of the time.
Yeah, Marcus is referring to when you first meet him in Fallout 2. He's the mayor of Broken Hills, and the mutants and the ghouls and the humans there are all trying to work together so that they can get the uranium out of the mine that's located there. And they eventually abandon the town once the mine dries up, and they've collected all that's valuable there. Tell me more about the Tribal. I'm assuming you're the Chosen One from Fallout 2 who you play as.
We were looking for a Gek to save the village of Arroyo. Eventually we did. Nuked an oil rig in the process. We went separate ways after that. I went east into the Rockies looking for other mutants like myself. Don't know what happened to my friend. I've got a feeling it turned out all right in the end.
Yeah, the ending of Fallout 2 explains that the Chosen One rescued his tribe as well as the Vault 13 residents from the Enclave who were on the oil rig that Marcus mentioned. Marcus is a potential follower you could have in Fallout 2, meaning that the Chosen One could have brought Marcus with him to destroy the oil rig. And that's about all I can ask him about right now, so I'll just say I have to go now.
See you.
Another human. One was enough.
Anyway, here it is, the Mount Charleston snow globe. And with this one, I believe I do have every single snow globe that you can find in the Mojave itself. And that the last few, I think it said I have 8 out of 11. There's one in Honest Hearts, there's one in Old World Blues, and there's one in Lonesome Road. So that's where the last 3 will end up being. do you say we talk to the super mutant that greeted us when I came in? Keen is his name.
Bother someone else. I don't want anything to do with you.
Do you have some kind of problem with humans?
Humans are always staring at things. We Nightkin don't like being stared at. Is uncomfortable.
How does that make you different from some of the humans?
It is different. Right now, I'm trying very hard to remain civil, and you're not making it easy with your incessant questions.
What do you do here?
I represent the Nightkin. Marcus may lead this town, but the Nightkin listen to what I have to say. Doesn't mean I don't respect Marcus for what he's trying to do. However, he doesn't truly understand the difficulties of being a Nightkin.
I see. So why are the Nightkin here in Jacobstown?
The stealth boys we use have cumulative adverse effects on our minds. Jacobstown was supposed to be a sanctuary, a place to find a cure. Instead, we wait and wait. I'm sick of waiting.
Alright, I'll be going.
Finally.
Don't worry, Keen, I'll stay out of your way. You mentioned that there was another human here. He's right in here. This is Dr. Henry.
Collins just packed up and left Red Rock Canyon. Always thought the NCR and them would fight it out again.
I see. Let's talk to Dr. Henry.
I assume this is about something important? You're interrupting my research.
What are you working on?
The Nightkin have varying degrees of mental instability due to their addiction to stealth boy use. I've been trying to come up with a cure. I'm currently investigating the local Night Stalker population, since they seem to have developed a natural stealth field. I've also gotten my hands on a working Stealth Boy Mark II prototype, but that experiment is riskier. I'd rather not pursue that research just yet.
Well, I'd like to help you. What do you need me to do?
I'm not convinced that the Night Stalker mutation is a natural one, and I need someone to investigate their lair for proof. Some of the super mutants have looked around as well, but they've come back empty-handed. Perhaps a pair of fresh eyes will have better luck. Lily might be interested in coming with you. She's lost a few of her bighorners to Night Stalker attacks, and would enjoy a little revenge.
I can ask him a few more questions. What makes you think the Night Stalker mutation's not natural?
I've compared the brain chemistry of a Nightkin to one of the local Night Stalkers we killed. They both exhibit similar neurochemical changes. Now, I'm not claiming that Night Stalkers are running around wearing stealth boys, mind you. I just don't think it's all a coincidence.
Night Stalkers with stealth boys, that would be pretty crazy. Stealth boys don't hurt humans, do they?
It's possible, but I've yet to see any hard evidence or hear of any cases where humans were negatively affected. Its negative effects are more pronounced on Nightkin.
Must be a kind of genetic thing or something. Why is the Stealth Boy Mark II riskier?
The stealth field has been modulated to use less power and thus last longer, but for some reason it has pronounced negative effects on the user. However, these pronounced effects will allow me to pinpoint exactly what parts of the brain they're affecting. Unfortunately, I'll need to run the test on a live subject, and Marcus has encouraged me to investigate the Night Stalker mutation first.
Sounds about like the right thing to do. I'll be going.
Yes.
And that starts the quest, Guess Who I Saw Today? You can go see over here that there's a super mutant by the name of Lily. This is the person in charge of the Bighorners here at Jacobstown. There goes EDE again. He's supposed to be back at the old Mormon fort.
What's up?
I think we should part ways for now, Arcade. I want you to go back to the Lucky 38.
Back to the tomb, I suppose. If you need me, etc.
And the reason I'm dismissing Arcade is because I'm going to bring Lily with me. And until I complete a specific part of the main quest, I can't do Arcade's personal quest. So let's talk to Lily now.
Jimmy! Little Jimmy! My, how you're grown up! So good of you to come visit your grandma.
I'm looking into the Night Stalker mutation. Do you want to come along with me?
Ooh, those Night Stalkers, always carrying my big horners. It'll be nice to give them a piece of my mind.
And Arcade has gone to the Lucky 38. And Lily has given me the Stealth Girl perk. There's some kind of beeping sound. I'm not sure what that was. Here's Stealth Girl. While Lily is a companion, the duration of Stealth Boys is increased by 100% in all sneak attack criticals, do an additional 10% damage.
Got a problem. Could use your help. Been having trouble with NCR mercs harassing the town, and they just showed up again.
Really? How have they been harassing the town?
Killing our bighorners, shooting at the lodge, that sort of thing. It's getting hard to keep people from retaliating.
You're sure these mercenaries are with the NCR?
Guess I can't say for sure if they're NCR. Wherever they are, they want us dead or gone.
So what do you want me to do if you don't want to take them out?
You're human. They might be willing to listen to what you have to say. Maybe. I'm not asking you to kill them. Just talk them into leaving. Hell, pay them off if you have to.
I'll see what I can do for you.
Thanks.
That starts...
Could be great cons again.
Well, I don't think these are the great cons. This starts the quest, Unfriendly Persuasion. Just gotta talk to the leader of the mercenaries in Jacobstown.
Our business is with the muties, not you.
I'm a hero in the NCR, and I think you should leave now.
Whoa. Thought you looked familiar. I'm just doing a job, nothing more. Politics aren't my thing, so if you say go, we'll go. No hard feelings.
There we go. I can just use my NCR rep to convince the mercenaries, who, I guess based on the fact that they walked away because I told them to, were affiliated with NCR.
Something on your mind?
Those mercenaries shouldn't be a problem for you anymore.
Good. Glad you didn't kill them. Letting them walk away proves we're not bloodthirsty mutants. If NCR or anybody else is looking for an excuse to attack Jacobstown, they're not going to get it from us.
Sounds good. I can ask him what's the deal with Keen.
Smart, charismatic, and hell of a mean streak. Doesn't care for humans. Prefers fighting them to talking. He's got a lot of pull with Nightkin, though. He talks, they listen. Was hoping he could draw the Nightkin to Jacobstown. Keen is saner than most, but I know he's thinking of going his own way again. He's aggressive, impatient, can't stand sitting around.
Why does Keen want to leave?
Because of a promise, one I haven't been able to keep. The Nightkin all suffer from schizophrenia. It's the Stealth Boys they use, or used to use. Nightkin have a hard time being seen like normal folks. Can't stand it. A few already left to try and find more Stealth Boys. Miserable situation. They either stay here and suffer, or dig up Stealth Boys and lose their minds. Not much of a choice.
And I wonder if Davison was one of the mutants that led some Nightkin off to search for more Stealth Boys. You might remember he was the Nightkin I ran into in the Repcon test site. He was looking for a Stealth Boy shipment that had been sent there, but then got sent back. So what do you think would happen if Keen leaves, and he's going to probably take the Nightkin with him, right?
That happens, there's a good chance other Nightkin will follow. It'll make it hard to get a cure to them. Worse, if Keen and the Nightkin tear up the Mojave hunting for Stealth Boys, people are going to get killed. Most humans can't tell the difference between mutants. Might come here looking for payback.
That wouldn't be good. Anyways, let's take Lily and go check out the cave up here to investigate for Dr. Henry. Here's the Charleston Cave. They mentioned the Night Stalkers in here have mutated to be similar to Stealth Boys. So we gotta watch out for invisible Night Stalkers. There you are. Luckily, I got Cleansing Flame. Any invisible Night Stalkers are in for a surprise if they try to sneak up on me. There's an interesting quirk with Lily. If I crouch down, Lily activates Stealth Boy. Although I thought Marcus said Lily and the other Nightkin weren't supposed to be able to use Stealth Boys while they're in Jacobstown. Well, maybe since Lily's technically with me and not in Jacobstown, she's kind of bending the rules a bit. Yeah, you might be thinking, what's the deal with her calling herself Grandma? Well, to be honest, Lily actually was a grandmother before she became a Nightkin. If I talk to her about it, I can find out about that. Just gotta be careful not to light her on fire with Cleansing Flame. Here we go, there's a dead Nightkin here. And he's carrying a chewed Stealth Boy and a sledgehammer. And next to him is the unique super sledge called Oh Baby.
Grandma's got a present for you.
Well, I've got a present for Grandma too. It's a unique super sledge. I usually end up giving Oh Baby to Lily when I come down here, since she uses a vertibird sword, kind of like I no-scope JFK did. But Oh Baby is a much stronger weapon, so I let her use it. I think I wandered right into invisible Nightkin territory. I can't see them, but I guess Lily can. And we're back at the Jacobstown Lodge. Before I give the chewed Stealth Boy over to Dr. Henry, let's talk to Lily some more.
My, but that Lucky 38 is a large building. And so fancy.
So what do you do in Jacobstown?
I watch over the bighorners. They're sweet, gentle creatures, but sometimes they get ornery, just like my grandkids.
I can ask her some questions.
Such a curious little munchkin, aren't you? What do you want to know?
Tell me about yourself.
Oh, someone wants to hear Grandma's stories. What would you like to hear, Pumpkin?
Where did you come from?
I grew up in Vault 17. I never even saw the sun until I was 75 years old. That was when super mutants raided the vault and carried a lot of us off. Yes, Leo, I'm getting to that part. They made me one of them, and they put me to work in an army that was going to conquer California.
You were a soldier then.
A spy, sometimes an assassin. I killed a lot of folks for the Master. Yes, Leo, you helped too.
Who was the Master?
Oh, he was a nasty man, dearie. You don't want to know about him. He was the one who made that super mutant army I told you about.
Yeah, she's mentioning the main villain from Fallout 1. Who's Leo?
Leo is a very bad man, Pumpkin. Yes, you are, Leo. Don't try to deny it. He tells me to do things. Terrible things. And sometimes the medicine isn't enough to keep him quiet.
So, Leo's a voice that you hear in your head, kind of like how Davison was hearing Antler and Dog was hearing the voice of God in his head, and vice versa.
You shouldn't say things like that where Leo can hear you, dearie. He doesn't like it.
Where'd you get that sword? I fought a guy in Freeside who had a sword kind of like that one.
This old thing? Oh, I scavenged it off a wreck in Klamath. Leo showed me how to make it all ready for chopping. Didn't you, Leo? Talk to you soon, dear.
So now we know a bit more about Lily. She actually was a grandmother who lived in Vault 17, as she said, until she was 75. I grew up in Vault 101 and got out of there when I turned 19. So let's talk to Dr. Henry now that we've...
got cornered in the ruins of Boulder City, but the NCR let him go. That's unusual.
Dr. Henry sure likes to talk about the Great Khans a lot.
Is there something else I can do for you?
I found this chewed-up stealth boy in the Night Stalker lair.
There's still power, but the casing is cracked. I'm astonished that exposure to the stealth radiation could induce mutations so rapidly. More importantly, this explains why my research into this group of Night Stalkers hasn't come up with a cure for the Nightkin. There's only one avenue left for me. I need to run the Mark II test on Lily. It's the only way.
What are the risks of this experiment?
Possibly immediate and permanent mental damage. There's a reason the Stealth Boy Mark IIs never got beyond the prototype stage. Lily already has a pre-existing condition, and the experiment will likely make things worse for her.
Why, Lily and not some other Nightkin?
Lily is eccentric, certainly, but I've never felt she was dangerous. More importantly, she asked if she could help me in some way. I've told her about the risks, and she still insists on helping me.
Well, she wants to help you. I'll talk to her about it then.
I'll be waiting.
And he takes the chewed stealth boy from me. And now I just have to talk to Lily about participating in Dr. Henry's experiment. And since she's right here, that'll be a piece of cake.
Hello again, dear.
Did you still want to help Dr. Henry with his experiment?
Of course, dearie. I know it's dangerous, but it'll all turn out for the best. You'll see. I'll go to him now. It would be rude to keep him waiting.
And I lose the Stealth Girl perk, since technically Lily dismisses herself as my follower. Now I talk to Dr. Henry again.
The equipment is hooked up and ready. We can start the test as soon as you give me the go-ahead.
Go ahead and start the test.
Very well. Please stand back. I don't want any erroneous readings. You're welcome to stay and observe if you want, though.
And now we just wait for Dr. Henry to complete the experiment.
All right, power on the stealth boy, Lily.
Turning it on. Feels strange. Strange, but good.
Interesting. Try thinking aggressive thoughts now. Think about smashing a rad scorpion.
Lily smash! Yeah!
How are those readings looking, Calamity?
Stealth field is stable, and the readings are clean. Gamma wave activity is 0. Odd, but everything looks right.
All right, we're done here. Go ahead and power the stealth boy down, Lily.
Oh, I liked having it on.
I'll get back to you on that in a moment, once I've analyzed the results.
Well, well, congratulations on getting the Mark II prototype functional, Doctor. Now, just hand it over, and we'll be on our way.
Keen has never liked me. If anyone can talk him into backing down, it'll have to be you.
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
My request is perfectly reasonable. Give us the stealth boy specs, and there will be no need for us to splatter the room with your insides.
Well, before you decide to do something like that, what you do in the Wasteland affects all the mutants here, but you didn't really think about that, did you?
No, I didn't. Not until now, anyway. Very well, human. You've made your point, and I withdraw my request.
There we go.
Look at me.
Fine, I won't. Let's talk to Dr. Henry again.
Nice work with the Nightkin. I've never seen anyone able to talk their kind out of anything once they had their mind set to it. I got a lot of useful data from the experiment, and am a lot closer to a cure than before. It's occurred to me that this brief test might not yield a cure anytime soon. However, if Lily were to continue to wear the prototype...
I can use my high science to tell him, use neuropeptide simulators on a Night Stalker brain. Results should be similar to having a live one.
That's brilliant. Simple yet elegant. I can't believe I didn't think of that.
And that should complete the quest. Guess who I saw today? And after the experiment, Lily runs out here, back to the Bighorners. There she is. There's EDE again.
Hello again, dear.
I think we should travel together some more.
That'd be lovely, dearie.
And I get Lily back as a companion. I'll keep her around and see if I can get her personal companion thing done. Hers isn't really so much a quest, you just have to bring her along until a certain thing happens. And once it does, you can talk to her about it and get some information about her. Alright, I finally had enough of EDE stalking me and decided to just disable EDE with a console command. That will cause him to disappear. I should still have the quest for him. Here it is. Yeah, April has EDE and will be working with it for a few days to access the data and upgrade its weapons. I should get a message informing me when she's done, and EDE will then be sent to Primm. Whether or not I'll actually be able to pick up EDE once it's in Primm is the big question.
I would have done it myself if you ever had the courage to step in the free side.
Things have been a lot better since you helped with those soldier boys. Thanks again. So, what can I do for you?
I wanted to ask you about Rex here.
What about him?
It looks like there's something wrong with him.
He's been acting peculiar for some time now. I took him to the followers and had him checked out, and they said his brain is bad or something.
Is he gonna be alright?
For now, but they said eventually he's gonna get worse. I don't know what to do.
Maybe I can help somehow.
I don't know. Maybe. If you found a way to help my poor Rex here, I'd be much obliged. Your best bet will be to talk to Julie Farkas over at the old Mormon fort north of here. Maybe you'll have better luck than I did.
So we've come back to the old Mormon fort to talk to Julie Farkas.
Great to see you again.
The king said you could tell me more about his robot dog.
Rex? It breaks my heart every time I see him. He's such a good dog.
The king brought him here for treatment.
Yes, a few months ago. We had to tell him there was nothing we could do.
So we can't heal him?
No. Rex's condition is way beyond anything we can handle. He requires brain surgery and some sophisticated cybernetics work, too.
Is there anyone that can do all that?
There's an old scientist named Dr. Henry, who reportedly specializes in this sort of procedure. He'd probably be your best bet. Last I heard, he was living up in Jacobstown, far to the northwest.
Oh hey, I've met Dr. Henry. Thanks, that's actually real helpful.
No problem.
What can the king do for you?
I think it's more about what I can do for you. Julie Farkas said a man in Jacobstown can treat Rex. I met him, Dr. Henry.
She said what? Why didn't she just say so when I was there? Actually, come to think of it, I was pretty angry when I went down there. I vaguely recall something about upending a few tables, maybe knocking out one of her doctors. Anyway, that's incredible news. Only thing is, there's too much going on around here for me to make a trip like that. And I need all of my guys just to keep things settled here. You seem to be awfully interested in my boy Rex here, and you've done some good work for me already. I'll tell you what, you promised to get Rexy here to that doctor, and I'll lend him to you. What do you say?
Sounds like a deal. I'll see that he gets better.
I can't thank you enough. Now, there's a few things you should know about old Rex here if you're going to be traveling together. First, he hates rats. Can't stand the things. Giant rats, mole rats, doesn't matter. He catches a whiff of one, and he's off like a shot after him. He's normally pretty obedient, but you might have to chase him some if he goes after one of the little varmints. Second, he doesn't like hats, or the people wearing them. Don't ask. I have no idea why. Maybe because it rhymes with rats. That should be it, though. Other than the occasional bad spot when his brain starts hurting him, that is. But I'm hoping you'll see to that. I wish you both luck. Take care of my Rex now, you hear? Rex, this is your new master. Protect him as you would me.
And now I have Rex, who has given me the Search and Mark perk. What that does is whenever I zoom in on aim at a target, it'll actually turn green. I guess I can't demonstrate it in here. It mostly works on dead bodies and stuff. You may remember in a previous part when I dealt with the Fiend's leaders, I took out a large dog called Violetta and took the dog's brain. That's one of the possible brains you can give to Rex. With Tale of Two Wastelands, it would be kind of funny if you could give Rex Dogmeat's brain from the capital Wasteland, but I don't think they thought that far ahead with the mod. Still would have been neat, though.
Is finally coming to make the voices stop.
That's right.
Is there something else I can do for you?
Well, it's not for me, it's for my cyber dog. I was told to come to you.
It's neural degradation. Biomed gel can only preserve a living brain for so long, so you'll need to find a replacement. I haven't left Jacobstown in years, but there was one woman in Novak, Gibson. I remember her living with a pack of hounds. Aside from her, I know that the Fiends and Caesar's Legion fight alongside dogs. There could be viable specimens among them, if you can get to them.
Well, I do have one for Rex.
Very well. Show me what you brought so that I can analyze its potential.
I took down a fiend dog named Violetta.
Big brain on this one. All right, let's see. Damn. Heavy amounts of the chemicals used in the drug Turbo are present. Transplanting this brain will make Rex faster than he was before.
Sounds good. Transplant Violetta's brain into Rex.
Have a seat. This will take a while.
And I get the Unshakable Tracer. Rex has gained the Unshakable Tracer perk, increasing his movement speed. And that completes nothing but a hound dog. Now let's talk to Rex. How you feeling now, boy, now that you got your new brain? Sounds like he's feeling better. He's certainly looking better. Let's take a closer look at Rex. I can examine the painting of a bull on Rex's side. It says the paint, though weathered and fading, is still a recent addition to him. How about the brain case? Rex's new brain looks fresh and healthy, even though I've been carrying around Violetta's brain in my pocket for a while. I'm sure it's fine. How about his mechanical parts? Rex's bodywork is battered, scorched, and scratched. So apparently I'm guessing he's seen a lot of action. I think we'll keep Rex around for a while. I'm sure eventually I'll get the quest thing for EDE, which will let me know he's returned to Primm. And if not, no well. All that happens is you get him back with whatever upgrade you get for him, whether it be armor if you took him to the Brotherhood of Steel, or a weapon upgrade which changes his laser gun to a blue energy blast, kind of like the alien blaster, if you took him to April Martimer like I did. And considering how he's been acting all this time, there's a good chance EDE may not reappear back at Primm at all. And I'm not going to beat myself up too much over it. I just wanted to try and show off that quest. But yeah, I'll keep Rex around and I'll keep Lily about, since maybe I'll be able to get Lily's quest done too. So anyway, I think that'll probably do it for now. I think what I'll do next is I'll head to Bitter Springs and try to help them out, since you may remember the last time I was at Bitter Springs, I was here with Boone, and we fended off a large Legion attack on the area. Well, I think for the next part, we're going to help out Bitter Springs as best we can in other ways, mainly helping them with supplies and refugees and the like. So I'll be doing that in the next part. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you for the next video.
Rumors persist about a super mutant refuge nestled high in the ski lodge to the northwest. If you should find it, do not, repeat, do not belittle a super mutant for taking the bunny slope.